Good morning, this is your Solana Daily Debrief. It's the 10th of July. So looking quickly at CoinGecko, we can see Solana's at 143, slightly up, ETH just over 3.1k, and Bitcoin at 58. This is still very much a crab market. Nothing has changed. So Same Pump says that basically the sell-off from German inflows has been fully retraced, but it's also been eaten up. So that's the supply is basically being scooped. And we can see June, they had almost 50,000 and they've sold almost half. So this is being eaten up. As long as they keep on selling, we'll be out of this soon. And this is just a great thing to see. The fact that there is money coming in to buy up the Bitcoin as, the government start to sell it. Now, away from actual crypto news, what I want to start focusing on is we know we're going to be in this crab market. So let's start just finding new opportunities. What I want to do more so with the channel is just have that kind of vision that if you go and trade with leverage, you will normally be wrecked. If you play on chain, use different apps, you'll get airdrops, you'll learn things, you'll make DeFi gains normally. So I think you'll outperform most traders. You won't outperform like the best traders, but you'll outperform most traders. And then we'll also start to cover some other ecosystems. Solana with most of the focus, and then other ecosystems just if it's plus EV. So Jup plans, what does the Jupiter H2, like second half plans, and PPP have in common? It's been chatted about today, 3:30 p.m. UTC. So PPP, I feel that there's going to be something interesting about this. So this is player pump player as opposed to PVP, which is a normal thing. Also, Sanctum, there'll be more information on the Sanctum launch. We've got, this information will be coming out. But basically, I do have some comments that are not like super happy about how Sanctum's doing things. And this is my opinion. You're welcome to disagree. I think what they're doing, even if it works out well for me or doesn't work out for me very well, I think they're doing a fantastic job. In crypto, it's all about just iterating and trying something new. So whatever someone did before, normally there'll be some sort of failure in tokenomics and they have to try again and iterate and improve and just not give up. Very few projects will do exceptionally well unless they try a few different things. When it comes to rewarding with earnestness, I'm fully on board with that because I know from experience, when I've created all these videos, how much effort goes into all of this, and then you don't get any reward. Like Drift is probably a very good idea of like the amount of work I put in, the reward absolutely zero. So something like Sanctum, what they can do is they can take over the timeline just by the fact that they reward people that are basically creating the dupe effect. So if you're not for it, fine, you can let me know, but I'm for it. So that's all my reply is going to be. Otherwise, you can go into Sanctum and you can learn more in the Discord and find out why they do it like that. Now on to Parcl. If you're bullish on Parcl, short-term price, not very good. But if you are bullish on Parcl, then go and stake your Parcl now so that you get more Parcl vested to you earlier, basically. That's pretty simple to understand. But Parcl, my thesis for Parcl is it's going to be doing very well next year. This is the time to accumulate some rewards, not even necessarily use the platform unless you're really savvy with real estate markets, but just accumulate some Parcl tokens. I wouldn't be selling them personally. I'm not selling them. And then just see how it performs next year. I just think it will do really well. Now the Sen coin, the NFTs are absolutely pumping. So this is the next section which I want to kind of focus on. We basically have a burner wallet with a little bit of funds and we go and we just interact with anything that's new and blinky, because I think the potential there can go really well, especially if it's meme coin related. Like if there's some sort of meme coin that's released and they have blinks, I think that could do pretty well. And like, I don't necessarily think this is going to do amazingly. That was my viewpoint, but I mean, it did. Like they had 100,000 NFTs. I may have to scroll down a little bit to find it. Maybe I can't even find it. They post too much, which is good, but they had 100,000 NFTs and you could just sit there and you could just mint, and all you're paying is like some tiny transaction fee. Now these are sitting at 0.16 SOL. So I did take some profit. I didn't have very many. Unfortunately, I didn't go and grab a lot. I didn't have time or I didn't think that it was necessary. I've just got a couple and I've sold them. And maybe if they go down in price, maybe I'll pick it up again. But if you did get some, then go and maybe think about selling one. It went up to a little bit high. It did go up to 0.16. It's now down to like a sell now of 0.13. Either way, that's not bad. I mean, 0.13 SOL when SOL's $1,000, that would be decent. Also, I will link this below. I'm not sure what the kind of cutoff on this is, but put your addy here. This, of course, what I would suggest is put an actual Solana address. This is all being blocked by DeFi Llama, but if you click here, you'll see people's addresses. Put a Solana address, which is not like your main one or anything like that, but it should have some sort of soul or some sort of activity in it. And that's what you should do in future. Don't go and send out random burner addresses with nothing in when you're trying to get airdrops. All right, next bit of news. Cadence, who's an early contributor to Bonk, mentions the fact that you're getting about 20% APY on your 6-month locked Bonk from Bonk Rewards, and then you start getting additional claim rewards from other ecosystems and protocols on top for just being a loyal supporter. So let's have a look and see which wallet has some Bonk. This one does. This is simple. I've covered it many times before. There is, of course, some smart contract risk. Agree. I would say it's low, but that's not financial advice. We'll go and auto connect to this, and I should have a couple of small, this is just a tutorial wallet. So I have a couple of small active bonks. You can see they're all 2x. And what he's basically saying is, if you are part of this, maybe there's some sort of snapshot that's happening from another blockchain or another project, and they're going to say, hey, congratulations, have some of this, have some of this. Maybe the Send coin, give some Send coin to people that are actually locking up their bonk. We also know that Holdium is rewarding those with locked bonk, I think. And there'll be plenty of other situations like this. So what you can do is you can go and claim all of your, oh, you know what? There's a claim all button. Well, that was, I should have noticed that. You go and claim all of your bonk, right? And then I do like to have sitting in the wallet about 20 million bonk. I don't have 20 million bonk in this, but in general, most wallets I like to have 20 million bonk because that also qualifies you for an airdrop. Let's pretend I had 22 million, in which case, once you've claimed all of your bonk, what I do is I just come back and I'm just going to add the remainder. I'm going to add I'll add it all. Max, 6 months, lock, and then approve. And then you cannot claim that back or withdraw that until the unlock date, of course, but you can claim the rewards as they actually come through. A little bit of a segue into the Firedancer client. It's just built its first accepted block on Solana testnet. So this is big news. And with Validator.com, we will aim to get a server up on their testnet if we are chosen. Holdium. Okay, so you've only got a few more days to register, so we're going to go over this now. If you have, a lot of people have WenCoin, so remember, if you've got some WenCoin, this is probably the most popular coin in terms of people that are actually jumping into Holdium, because there's WenCoin in basically just hundreds of thousands of wallets. Also, there was a bug with the counting, so maybe your score was overcounted and it will just start to be readjusted. So let's just do this now just as a demonstration. So we go to app.holdium.xyz. I do have an actual go and connect. I've already registered some wallets and I do have a referral link below. And these are all the wallets that I have connected. You register more wallets. Let's see if I've already registered these bottom ones. I have, and I have. These have already been registered, but basically you just click register another wallet and then register this wallet. And then you'll have to approve. You'll have to sign the message, approve, and then that will add that wallet into the list. And then you can see your Holdium points. So this is 40,000 with a bunch of tutorial wallets, and some people have millions and millions. So we'll see if this loads. They could be revising it, of course. But yeah, there's some bigger dogs that have a decent amount. And congratulations to them. But still, I think this is worth actually doing. You've gone to the 12th of July, so I'll do it today or tomorrow, kind of latest. Now, the next little bit of update is on dePioneers. People have been asking for an update. Now, ideally, basically, I wanted the team to actually update the community so that I knew what to actually update on. But they haven't. So I'm going to tell you what I'm fine with and what I disagree with. Just, all my opinions are my own, and I'm fine with that. So if we have a look here, I covered this early on, and I was quite excited for this because basically this will have locked in it all these different DPIN tokens. And these DPIN tokens will, in my opinion, they will appreciate better than Sol. It's worth the risk. The risk to reward is worth it. So you could basically have until the July 17th to go and mint one of these. The circulation's low, with the 10K supply. They decided to actually go ahead and mint, probably I would say too early, because they haven't told us what tokens will be in there. You'll have some Uprock tokens, maybe you'll have some Render, maybe you'll have a few different things, but we don't actually know which tokens they'll have, unfortunately. So to actually go and mint one, if you're brand new, it's going to be like 3 Sol right now, unless you already went to a group. So I'll still get into this. I'll pay the 1.5 Sol if I have 1.5 Sol in this wallet. I do. Claim your NFT. So I've already paid 1. Now I'll pay another 1.5, and then we'll get dePioneer 4212. I don't love the artwork, but I don't care because this is a utility NFT. So if you don't love the artwork, completely fine. There's some really good art out there. However, I don't know what that does, by the way. And is this my cat? Maybe. But basically, if you don't love the artwork, I mean, this isn't too bad. But if you don't love it, that's fine. Like when it comes to NFTs, if there's another use case to it, art is secondary. If you love the art, then, you know, a couple of years ago, art was the first reason. Now, quite often, it is the second. My collection. So I don't know what this means. If I don't want to prove the transaction, but okay. So if I want to sell it back, I'll get 1.78 Sol. However, if you're actually keen on getting this, and I am grabbing a couple, I've already kind of pre-bought a couple, and I'll go and mint them. And that's my personal view. Like I think the risk is worth the reward, but I do wish they actually announce what kind of tokens they were partnering with in order to show the value of like this dePin NFT. So maybe circulation goes by the time of July 17 to like 3,000, in which case it's a smaller DAO, fine as well. So what we can actually do is we can go to Tensor, and that's not Tensor, here we are. I'll go ahead and disconnect this wallet and go and connect this one. If you're looking to get one, you've got a couple of options. This is a whole lot of random things here, but let's have a look at dePioneers. The floor price, you know, if you sell it right now, you can sell at 1.66, so you're already down. So if you haven't minted one, there's no point in you minting at 3 Sol. You may as well just go and buy now at this price. The other thing is, if I can see mine, so mine's common, very, very common. But of course, there is a chance that you're going to get something quite a bit rarer. And if we go to the recent activity, not sure if I can filter by rarity, maybe not. But if we scroll on through them, anything that was quite a bit rarer tended to sell for a higher price, like this one as an example. So if you get something like that, then yeah, you'll be making potential profit. However, you know, these are rare, so you will likely not get it. And not everyone sells them at a higher price. If I'm completely honest, I don't see that they're going to do terribly well until they actually tell you what's part of the dePin tokens. And then as those tokens start to go up, then they'll start to go up and it'll be done well. And as I mentioned, like some of the art is it's just not for me. So to summarize, I was bullish on the project. I hadn't seen the art, but I was bullish on the project with what they're doing. I still like the idea of what they're doing, but my expectation is that they would have released the tokens that would have been a part of the actual NFT first, and they would have released it at a time. They would have held off a little bit to try and mint closer to that 10K as opposed to rushing things. I don't understand the rush, and I don't understand why some of this artwork was deemed like brilliant. I'm not sure if they got community feedback on this, because some of it just seems a little bit too plain. And then the actionable is, if you wanted to actually have a little bit of skin in the game in terms of AI and dePin tokens, then I'd probably just go and set a bid for like 1.6 Sol and see if it gets filled, or maybe even go and buy it now at 1.9 or thereabouts. I don't see any point with how it's done at the present of going and minting at floor price of 3 Sol. And that's my update on dePioneers. So actionables, attend Jup's planetary call, 3:30 p.m. Remember to complete at least one swap in Solflare wallet every day. Try and get some of those rewards or win something. Take some profits on Sendcoin NFTs and maybe hold some, not financial advice. Join Discover, play some stink bids at jup.ag, just lower amounts. And remember to vote with your Bonk Rewards wallet to burn 84 billion Bonk. I covered this a few days ago. In terms of airdrop actionables, try to get 20 to 30k points on dBridge. Use Cube Exchange, register all your meme coin wallets with Holdium, comment your wallet address under Sendcoin's tweet, and stake at least 20 million Bonk with bonkrewards.com. That's all for today. Catch you in the next video.